All right, let's get right into it. So today I want to talk about what stress hormones do to your relationships. But first, let's talk about stress hormones in general, right? Stress hormones are not bad. They're not bad. On a temporary basis, it's all good. You need them actually, right? So, for example, if you're running from a bear, you get stressed, right? So your adrenaline kicks in and you're able to run much faster because you got this cortisol that gives you like a superhuman power, right? We've all heard of instances where there's somebody trapped under a car, and some men come in and they get like this superhuman power, and they're able to flip over the car and let the person out, right? That adrenaline, that cortisol is great in that moment. However, the energy has to come from somewhere, right? The energy is not created, right? Energy cannot be created. It can only be transferred, right? Cannot be destroyed, and it cannot be created. It can only be transferred. Okay? So, having said that, where is the energy coming from? It's coming from other sources in your body. So what your body does is, when you're in that fight or flight mode, when you're in that stressful situation, it takes the energy from somewhere else. And in that case, one of the places it'll take it from mainly is your immune system. Your immune system. The body says, okay, well, we have to run from this bear right now, or we have to lift up this car right now, so we're going to take the energy from the immune system, because this person doesn't need to fight bacteria, this person doesn't need to fight viruses right now, this person needs to run from the bear, right? So, what happens? You got that power, right? And you use it, you get yourself out of the running from the bear situation, and your body de-stresses, and you no longer have to have that adrenaline or cortisol pumping, so you get your immune system back. Here's the thing. What happens is that people, when in stressful situations, right? My bad. When they're in stressful situations for a long period of time or prolonged period of time, their body is still in fight or flight mode as if they're fighting a bear, right? So what happens? You've lost your immune system because you're under stress. Your body thinks that you're in a temporary situation, but you're not. You're chronically stressed. So you get sick, right? You get high blood pressure. You're more susceptible to viruses, and you're more susceptible to a lot of things, guys. It's noted that in various studies that somewhere between 70 to 90% of all doctor's visits are somehow stress related. So if you remove your reaction to the stress, not the stress, a lot of the times we can't remove the stressor, right? But if you change your reaction to the stress and the duration of your reaction to the stress, you can get rid of some of those doctor's visits and have better health. I want to say this though, guys, it's not just about your health, right? It's not only, she compromised, her immune system is compromised. You know what else happens? Your creativity is compromised, right? Your creativity. Why? If you're running from a bear, metaphorically speaking, if you're running from a bear, are you in a creative state? Can you be in a creative state? You're in survival mode. You're literally in survival mode. So you're not creative. And when you're not creative, what happens? You stop fulfilling your passion, your purpose. And you know what that does? That makes you depressed, right? Because you're no longer able to focus on the thing that you love. You're only able to focus on this bear, the stressor, okay? So your creativity is gone. So you're lacking that joy from the passion and your purpose. Thank you for buying a patch. Appreciate it. Much appreciated. Right? So you have that. So now, you're really got to climb an uphill battle at this point because you're stressed and now you're depressed because you cannot fulfill your passion, your purpose, right? No creative outlet. Okay. So what happens? What else happens? How does this affect our relationships? And I'm going to leave it here. I don't want to keep you on too long, but how does this affect your relationships? Guys, if you're running from a bear, are you going to be, and remember, this bear is the stressor. I'm just calling it a bear. But it could be anything, a financial situation in your life. It could be a relationship situation in your life. There's many things, or just family problems, whatever. Seeing somebody else suffer, that's stressful too, right? So, thank you. I much appreciate all the patches. So let me say this. If you're running from the bear, if you're running from the lion, whatever that stressor is, are you going to be attentive to other people? Are you going to be a giving person? Are you going to be paying a lot of attention to how other people feel? No, because you're in survival mode. You're in fight or flight. You're not looking around what's going on with other people. You're just running. You're literally in survival mode. And do you know that this tension, that fear, is something that becomes addictive? Guys, why do you think nail biting, suspenseful movies are so popular? Why do you think shows that create tension and stress are popular? People don't know it, but many are addicted to that feeling. And I will go off on this subject at another time. What is tension and why people create the situations over and over again. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Rochelle. Yeah. Negative emotions are addictive. Guys, have you ever seen someone, this is a little side note, but why do you think, yes, they're addicted to the emotions, the negative emotions. Yeah. Because they reinforce a pattern. Okay. So why do you think people want to watch movies that make them cry? Like sad movies. Do you want to be sad? Yeah, you do. You do. You don't realize why, but it's an addiction. Anyway, I will talk about all that on another time, but I just want to, just to cap this off, guys. Stress is bad for your health, and it is very bad for your health. Very, very bad. If you're looking down at your belly and you're wondering why in the world you have a belly when you eat right, it's probably because you have a bunch of cortisol in your system. It's the worst type of weight to gain around your midsection. Because it's coming from stress. Yeah, yes, I will save it. Thank you, Rochelle. We'll do that. So, so it's going to affect your health and it's going to affect your relationships, right? And it's going to affect you emotionally as well, because when you're stressed, it leads to being depressed because you are in survival mode and you can no longer fulfill your purpose and your passion. And that's depressing, right? So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. If you feel like you want to watch it again, please go ahead and save it. If you feel that somebody else in your life is under stress and could use a little reminder about how this is really affecting them, then please go ahead and share it. Thank you. Much love to you all. Bye-bye.